Hi students, I am sure you have practiced problems from the previous video like marking root 2 on an integer line. Now we will continue with another example, marking root 3 on an integer line. So I will write represent root 3 on the integer line. How do I do that? What will I do? I will take an integer line. I will take these units. This is 0. I will point this. This is 1 unit. This is 2 units. This is 3 units. Negative side I am not drawing. You all know if I take 1 unit perpendicular at O or 0, 1 unit perpendicular at 1 and join this, I'll get a square. This is 1 unit, this is 1 unit, and what is this value? Root 2. This is what you did in the previous session, right? And you have marked this as O, A, B, C. Now at B, I will again draw 1 unit distance. At B, I will again draw 1 unit distance, but how? Perpendicular to OB. Perpendicular to OB. And if I join, let me call this as OBD. If I join, I can see that OBD is a what triangle? Is a right triangle. Is a right triangle. And we know that OD square is equal to OB square plus BD square. What is OB square? Root 2 whole square. What is BD square? BD is 1 unit you have taken. So it is 1 square. Root 2 square is 2. 1 square is 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. OD square is equal to 3. What is OD is equal to? Root 3. Now once you know OD is equal to root 3, this is root 3. Take a compass, mark with center O and radius is equal to OD. Take the compass and draw an arc. Draw an arc to cut this point on the integer line over here. Now this point, my dear children, is nothing but root 3. This is the marking of root 3 or representing the root 3 on a integer line. So that's how you mark root 3 on an integer line. Now let us take one more example, how to mark or how to represent root 10 on integer line, right? Now because I wanted to get root 3, I have extended this square and I have completed in this particular manner. Now let us go and find out or how to represent root 10 on an integer line. So represent root 10 on the integer line. What am I going to do? I am going to take an integer line. This is 0. I will mark this is 1. This is 2. This is 3. And this is 4. I will take this as 3 units and I will mark 1 unit only perpendicular on the integer line at A. Again I will take 1 unit at O. Join this. What will I get? I will get a rectangle where the opposite sides are 3 units and this is 1 unit and this is 1 unit. Now if I call this as OABC and if I join OB, you can say OAB is a triangle. OAB is a right triangle, right? No, it's a right triangle. Right triangle at what? A. So in triangle OAB, OB square is equal to AB square plus OA square. What is AB square? 3 square. What is AB square? 1 square. And what is OA square? 3 square. 1 plus 9 is equal to 10. OB square is equal to 10. What is OB is equal to? Root 10. Now once you know that OB is equal to root 10, take the compass at center O and radius is equal to OB. You take the measurement and draw an arc. Draw an arc. You can see that the arc will cut at this point, and yes, this point is represented as a root 10. So children, this is the way what you do is represent a given irrational number on a integer line. Now you can practice more and more, and in case you are having any doubts, you can put them on our group. Now let us move forward and try to do some problems where how to insert a irrational number between two given rational numbers. I have a beautiful example. Find irrational numbers, find two irrational numbers between 5 by 7 and 7 by 9. Find any two irrational numbers between 5 by 7 and 7 by 9. 5 by 7 and 7 by 9. Now, before we move forward, you have to go with the normal division. You have to go with normal division and see what 5 by 7 is. I will divide 5 with 7. Can you divide? No. So we'll introduce 0 point and you put a 0 here. 7 sevens are 49. You get 1. You already have a point, so you can take 0. 7 ones are 7. Then followed by what? 3. 0. 7 fours are 28. 2. 0. 7 twos are 14. 6. 0. 7 eights are 56. 4. 0. 7 fives are 35. 5. 0. Again 5 and 0 means you are here. Means after that again this is going to iterate. Again I am going to get 714285, 714285 on and on. So I can write 5 by 7. I can write 5 by 7 as 0.714285 bar. Right? So what is this? Non-terminating, reoccurring or repeating decimal. Non-terminating, reoccurring decimal. Non-terminating, non-repeating decimal is called surd or a irrational number. This is non-terminating, reoccurring decimal, 5 by 7. Let us see what is 7 by 9 is. You divide 7 with 9. What will you get? You have a 0 point, put a 0 here. 9 6 are 54, 9 7s are 63. 63 followed by again 7, 0, 9 7s are 63, 7, 0, it goes on and on. So again 7 by 9 is equal to what? 0.7 bar. Means it is non-terminating reoccurring decimal. Now between these two numbers I have to insert an irrational number. What is irrational number? This after the point the digits are non-repeated. These are repeated and non-terminating. Whereas irrational number is what? Non-terminating, non-repeating decimal. So how do I insert two irrational number between these two? So I will write 0.714285 bar is less than, I have to write two numbers in between. And last here what I have? 0.7 bar. 7 bar means what? 0.777 like that. Now after 0.714 I will write any number. 0.72 you can write. 7 2 3 4 5 1 and so on. Is any digit repeating? No. Non-repeating, non-terminating. Again after that, after 7 2 I will write 7 3. 0.734198 and so on is less than 77. So I can write any number of my choice. What is important is this 71. Next is 72. After 72 is 73 and then comes your 77. So these two are the numbers which are in between. So therefore these two are the numbers which are in between what? 5 by 7 and 7 by 5. So I am sure how to insert two irrational numbers between two given rational numbers. So my dear children, you have to practice these problems. I want you to take an example. Insert two irrational numbers between 0.7 and 0.77. Please practice this at home and please WhatsApp your answer to me. Thank you. God bless you and take care. Bye-bye.